Welcome to tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and as always, I have a wonderful guest with us here tonight, Dr. Melony Samuels, who's the Executive Director of the BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger. Definitely no stranger to Beyond Focus TV. She'll be with us for the next 30 minutes, so stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, sitting down here with Dr. Melony Samuels of the BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger, and also our winner for the Father's Day awards that we had. We gave her an award this year for all of her hard work, even though she's not a father. We weren't honoring just fathers. A lot of people were wondering about that. Is anyone doing outstanding events? But it took place during Father's Day weekend.
Right.
So you got your award. So since that, give us a little bit of an update on what's been going on with the BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger.
Hi, Lydia. Well, a lot has been happening, as you know before, and I just want to remind you what we've been doing.
Of course.
We are presently in Brooklyn, in BedStuy, 2010 Fulton Street, where we are seeing over 30,000 individuals per month. And we are not just a pantry. We don't want individuals to think of us as just a pantry. We are way beyond that. We are a one-stop shop organization that is presently meeting the needs of so many. Mm-hmm. For example, an individual can stop by our pantry on any given day, and they'll be able to get screening for SNAP, and SNAP enrollment, yes, and affordable health insurance. We have a navigator on staff, and when a navigator is not there, there's always someone there 5 days a week. What makes us a little different is that we're open 5 days a week, as I mentioned, and we're open late hours to accommodate the working poor. And so we're excited about that. We also have with us a host of referral systems that a lot of other organizations don't have.
Absolutely, and that's why this organization means so much to me, because I really do see the hard work and I see the benefits that everyone in the community gets to take advantage of, which is absolutely great. Let's say for those who are tuning in for the first time, who didn't catch you last year on the program, bring it up to speed. What is the BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger?
Okay.
Your words.
All right, so BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger is an organization started 16 years ago. Actually started in my home, just taking care of one single mother with 4 children, disabled, needed help. I saw the need to help, neighbor to neighbor, drove all the way to BedStuy, brought her a package, and after bringing her a package, I saw the need that this is something I need to do as a citizen and as a good neighbor. And what started out with one individual is now BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger now serves over 300,000 individuals per year. And it was not my intent, it was not my desire, but how can you walk away from an individual that is in need? How can you turn away? That is very hard. And so when you care about families and you care about people, you want to do something. Mm-hmm. And I believe as New Yorkers, we should do something to help our neighbors. And I find that making sure that a family that is at risk of going hungry, that there is something there for them to eat. And what makes BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger so different is mm-hmm. that personally we have healthy initiatives are our main core.
That's
we
great.
believe that families should have a healthy meal, not just anything on the table, but we stress healthy eating. We use the My Plate system, which is mm-hmm. half plate fresh fruits and vegetable, a quarter grain and a quarter protein. And so we find that that works. It helps the families in the neighborhood because 23% of those that we work with presently are diabetic, and a larger
Wow.
percentage have hypertension, heart disease, cancer. And so this is what we've been doing.
And that's, in a nutshell, just a tip of the iceberg of what they've been doing. Because when I say a lot of work, it takes manpower, it takes funding, it takes so much to keep this open each and every day and get those benefits of when you can actually do that. So, where do people, I know it's usually once or twice a week, they'll be able to come pick up their.
Okay. And so families are, because we serve so many on a given day, for example, we're in the Thanksgiving month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, last week, our first week, we served over approximately 8,000 individuals
Oh my
in one
God.
week. So, how does it work? A family comes in, and if it's your first time, you're never turned away. You come in, you say, well, I'm here, there's a need for food. We do what we call a benefit screening. Benefit screening means that you sit with one of our benefit counselor or a social worker. We will find out what you're entitled to, meaning that do you have SNAP? Do your children have health insurance? And so we do an overall physical on the individual, like it's like a physical.
That's
Then
great.
yeah, and then once the individual, after a good 20 minutes with an individual, we are able to allocate benefits, entitlement that they're entitled to. So you could have come in for food and you would have left with SNAP, you'd have left with insurance, you'd have left with referrals for jobs, you'd have gotten a chance maybe to up your resume, get a chance to come back in, get your resume done. Your children could join a Fresh Year Fund or one of our healthy initiative during our garden season, whether it's the Healthy Bloomers or the Stomp Out Obesity, or even a senior could come in and walk, join our Health 360 classes. So there's an array of programs that are set up. So you're coming in saying, well, I'm hungry, I just come for food. The story changed. And then what's unique about us, we
Yes.
recently had a mother that came back very teary-eyed, and why she was so teary-eyed was that she said to us that she had a job interview to go to, and she did not have any money. And she said she curled up in bed, waiting, just knowing that she won't be able to go on the job. She has a son, and she can't afford to take care of him. Her son walks in and say to her, "Here is $20." And she said, "Where did you get that from?" He said, "From my birthday box." So we gave birthday boxes to families, to children that
I remember
otherwise
that,
could
the
not.
birthday box.
Yes, could not. Yeah. So those are some of the things we do. If you can't afford food, you definitely can't afford a birthday cake. So those are some of the things we do.
And it's something so simple that you think about, but a lot of kids actually don't get a birthday cake
That is true. And
or a new toy to open up on their birthday.
so true. And we try our best. Christmas is coming. Toys are something that we do. Toy drive. Thanksgiving is coming. It's important for us to get turkeys into the hands of families and the trimming. And whether it's turkey, chicken, or ham, we try to make sure that's done. So we are cognizant of the fact that families are hungry and that they're depending on us. And they're not only depending on us, but they're depending on every person in the community to help.
Absolutely. What about single people? If they want to take advantage, I know there's a lot of people who may not have families. What about that?
Well, they are treated just the same way. There is no discrimination. Whether single, it doesn't matter. As long as there's a need, we meet that need. So it doesn't matter if you're single, married, or not planning on getting married. It doesn't matter. We always have an option. There's always an option.
Very, very good. Hold that thought, Dr. Melony. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, sitting here with Dr. Melony Samuels, who's the executive director of the BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger. Fabulous organization, and definitely at the end of the program, please get on board and donate to this cause because you're doing a lot of fantastic work. And one of the things I want to start off right away with is that Beyond Focus TV actually did a contribution. We actually started the first 100 meals.
Right.
We gave 100 meals away. So whatever, actually, it's $25 feeds 20 families.
$25 will
20
get
meals.
20 meals. Yes.
20 meals.
20
$25 gives you 20 meals. And
Yes.
if you think about that, that's nothing. That's nothing.
It is. It is. It seemed so. Well, let me put it this way: it's a very essential. It's so essential that if someone gives $25, we can do so much. Bearing in mind that we are feeding 20% of the entire city, 1.4 million people that are at risk of going hungry. So you just imagine, we are actually addressing 20% of the needs of New York City. So if someone donated $25, it would really do a lot of good.
And 20%, that's 1/5. That's a crazy, astonishing number.
It is.
And that what's a little scary is that it's compressed mostly in Brooklyn.
Yes, yes.
So that's
yes.
that's a 1/5 of the poverty and the hunger of New York City is actually in Brooklyn.
Yes, yes, and we are actually addressing 1/5 of that, and I mean when you also look at it, food is one thing that we do. Another thing is a family can come to us burnt out. They lost everything in their apartment, and by the time they leave us, not only will they have food, they might be in a shelter, temporary shelter, but they will get a comforter set. They will get pots, pans, new clothing, shoes for the children, for the entire family. Yes, yes. They would get, I mean, food, clothing, and would make sure that they get comforters, sheets, blankets, coats, just about a little of everything. Once we have it, we distribute over 10,000 pieces of new clothing every year. That's the minimum amount. And that's for children, adults, senior, no matter what size you are. And the good thing is that they're new. They're new off the rack.
Wow.
They've never been used. And so we pride ourselves about that because we believe that it's our community approach to caring. That's how we care about our community. We believe that families should have a sense of dignity in spite of the fact that it's it's coming to get something free. We want families to feel like they belong to the community cares about them. Many of those that are working for us right now were once volunteers at one given time. Most of our staff they have been either on the line or came in as a volunteer. So we are really community centered. We think about the community, we care about families, and that's what makes us different. That's what we're excited about. We are not just there once in a while. We are permanently fixed to meet this need as long as the need is there. That what makes the difference with BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger.
Absolutely. And what's so good is that you mentioned a lot of your employees. Let's say a former employee came in, is now an employee working for the campaign, but was once hungry.
Yes.
They know what it is to be in the other end of the seat, coming in, being scared, maybe even feeling a little low about themselves sometimes. Because there's a lot of emotion goes into this too.
There
a lot
is.
of people don't want to come out and even ask
That's
or
true.
say. And you'll see a lot of people walking around and you never know somebody's situation, never know if they've even eaten. Maybe their last meal was 18 hours ago.
It's sad. It's true. It's sad to say, but it's true. Let me just share a story without calling names right now. I can tell you about a young lady that is presently working for us. Started on the line. We have helped her husband to get a job. She didn't have a job. Helped her husband to get a job. She got into a 3-4 bedroom apartment. She got a nice apartment. She has 5 children. What have we done with this one family? They're on SNAP. The husband is working. She's now working for us. The children are a part of just all the programs. This summer, we had 3 members of the same family working in our internship programs, learning farming, and also just heading up some of the one of the daughters presently is one of our green teen leaders. And so it's that we invest in families. We're not just here trying to say, okay, we're just giving out food. We're investing. What is unique also about BedStuy Campaign Against Hunger is that 92% of every funding, 92 cents out of every dollar, goes directly into the program.
Oh wow, that's important to stress because a lot of people usually ask that. Well, I give $1. The organization usually only gets like 20 cents.
No.
Like World Vision and things. Some of those big ones because TV ads and all the big publicity, and the organization themselves hardly actually gets a portion of the money. They get, but it's very minute. So 92 cents.
Yes.
Goes
Out of every dollar.